What's going on, guys? I'm Marty back at again with your weekly Rust Skins videos, and just quickly before the video gets started, I do want to let you guys know that I have a new metal face mask out on the workshop for Rust. This is what it looks like. Make sure you go to this link and go and check it out. So just go onto my OMIGHTY YouTube channel and then go to the community or however you get to it, and then go check it out. Go vote on it, vote yes, and comment on it if you do like it. But fingers crossed that bad boy gets accepted, and let's move over to the Rust Item store. Today we have a pretty fire looking Rust Item store, so let's just quickly check the featured page so you guys can have a look at what's going on here. So this is what the top sellers are looking like. At the moment, we do have the Bombshell garage door in at number 1, which is that German guy's new garage door skin. Of course, he always gets a skin in quarterly or something like that. So congrats to him. And then we've got a few extra continuations like the JPEG, Modern Military, and the Graffiti. Everything else seems to be pretty new. So let's get started with the weapons, and we'll go, let's go tools first actually. So we're going to look at the Modern Military Pickaxe and Modern Military Hatchet, both going for $2.75, standard store price for weapons and tools. And overall, they are actually really nice looking tools, but honestly, I don't think that they're really going to make you any money at the moment. There just doesn't really seem to be a very high demand for metal tools. You do have the pickaxe, which is obviously like the meta bloody everything at this point. Meta tool, meta weapon, meta bloody raiding equipment. The jackhammer's got it all. So the military pickaxe does look quite nice, but there is quite a lot of metal pickaxe skins that are below $2.75 that I do think a lot of people, if they're looking for a cheap pickaxe skin, will probably rather pick up. So overall, the Modern Military Pickaxe, I'm not going to recommend investing in. It's $2.75, as is the Modern Military Hatchet. Now, I do think this one's a little bit better in this case, and that is because it does have the cutout. So it's ever so slightly pay to win. Very situational, of course, but I mean, you've got that ever so slight little bit of extra visual stuff you can see, because you can see through a little part of the military hatchet. So, I mean, of course, it's going to be very, very situational. And if you see someone through that, then you're definitely bloody paying attention. But $2.75, I don't think the military hatchet is going to make you money either. Usually, I'd recommend getting the metal pickaxe over the metal hatchet, but in this case, I'm going to recommend getting the hatchet over the pickaxe simply for the cutout. Overall, both very nice looking skins, but unfortunately, I just don't think there's going to be very high demand for them once they leave the Rust Item store and go to the community market. So overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Modern Military Hatchet or Pickaxe off of the Rust Item store for this week. All right, moving over to the Serpent Bow. Very interesting that we haven't actually had any snakeskin stuff in the game before. From memory, I can't think of anything else. So I do think that this would be pretty cool to become a set, mainly for clothing like the burlap, and then maybe like burlap pants. I was saying like burlap shoes, but then like mainly also burlap pants and the burlap shirt, whatever it's called. But overall, $2.75 for the Serpent Bow. It's not too bad, but I always usually say this, like there's not really a demand for hunting bows simply because you can have them for 15 minutes. Go to a crossy and then go to, you know, Revi or Python or SAR, something like that. So you do, you skip over the bow pretty quickly in the Rust wipe. So $2.75 for the Serpent Hunting Bow. I do think that there is some cheaper bow skins on the community market that a lot of people would probably rather. Of course, they do usually, the Rust community that is, do tend to go for the more flashy looking skins. So I actually do like this Serpent Bow, and I think it's definitely a out of the box idea and definitely a unique one. But unfortunately, I don't think it's flashy enough for people to increase the demand for this bad boy. But overall, nice looking skin. Not going to recommend investing in the Serpent Bow off the Rust Item store though for this week, as I don't think it will make you any profits. Moving over to the JPEG MP5, continuation of the JPEG set, which has been pretty much 50-50. So we have had some more popular JPEG skins like the Tommy. I'm pretty sure that was the first one from memory. But keep in mind, of course, some of them were the first ones, and then the later ones have got higher quantities and are worth less. So the JPEG MP5, the main downfall for this bad boy is that it's $4.15 on the Rust Item store, which is way above the standard store price. So overall, I am not going to recommend investing in the JPEG MP5 off the Rust Item store. I'd recommend trying to get this for like half of its price on the community market. with the buy order. But overall, I don't think it's going to make you money, especially buying it off the Rustam store. So not going to recommend investing in that, even though I do think the JPEG skins and set is definitely a cool and unique set. Unfortunately, like, they are selling a lot on the Rustam store, and a lot of them are going to the community market, which is increasing the quantity of them. So not going to recommend investing in the JPEG MP5 just because there isn't really that demand at the moment. All right, moving over to the final weapon of the week, we've got the Colorful Revolver going for $2.75, standard store price. I'm just going to say it now. I will recommend investing in the Colorful Revolver. The cheapest revolver skin off the top of my head is like $3.61 on the community market. So of course, this is now currently the cheapest revolver skin on the community market when it comes to the community market. So overall, as a long-term investment, I do think the Colorful Revolver will make you money. I do think Revi skins at the moment are quite a safe investment because, as I just said, the other ones are like 90 cents more than this current revolver. And that is the cheapest one. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Colorful Revolver off of the Rustam store for this week, as I do think it will be a safe investment. Alrighty, moving over to the deployables, we'll get started with the Cooling Station Metal Door. This is a sheet metal door skin going for $2.75. And I'm actually a little bit surprised because it is a glowing deployable, but it's not the standard like $3.45, $3.15, whatever it usually goes for. It's actually just standard store price for deployables, which is $2.75. And I do think that this will actually probably end up becoming more of a trend because these days it's not really a unique thing to have a glowing deployable. We're getting so many of them. Almost every week we have a glowing deployable. So I do think that the Cooling Station Metal Door is going to be the new norm price for most glowing deployables. So overall, it is a pretty cool looking sheet metal door skin, but at this point we've got so many sheet metal door skins that honestly I don't think it's going to really make you any money. Not going to recommend investing in it. As a play skin, I honestly don't think you're going to lose money if you buy it and then you want to sell it later down the line. So I don't think it's really going to be risky. But overall, I don't really think it's going to be profitable either. So I'm not going to recommend investing in the Cooling Station Metal Door off of the Rustam store for this week. Pretty cool looking play skin though. Definitely a unique looking sheet metal door skin. But at the moment, we just have so many of them. Alrighty, moving over to the final skin of the week that isn't the final skin of the week because we have one more after this. We've got the Bombshell Garage Door. This is that German guy's garage door skin, and this is a big skin in my opinion. It's a glowing deployable. So it's already pay to win, but it's a garage door with windows, as in you can see through both sides of the garage door. And with these windows, if you don't play Rust, or if you just aren't used to seeing these windows, you still can't shoot through them. So it's just basically a clear sheet that you can't see through, that you can't shoot through, but you can see through. So you can chuck these like on your front door or something like that, or like some sort of external, and then look through them to see if there's anyone out there, etc. And that is, of course, pay to win. So we've got the glowing deployable, then we've also got the fact that you can see through it without being harmed or anything like that. This is definitely a pay to win skin, a very good skin to have. The only problem with it is $4.15, and because of the double pay to win aspect for this bad boy, it is of course going to sell quite a lot on the Rustam store. So as I said at the start of the video, it is number one on the top sellers. So it is going to have a high quantity on the community market, as well as I do think a lot of people will be trying to pick this bad boy up as an investment. A lot of people are going to have them as play skins, but of course we do have a lot of people buying stuff in bulk for investment. So $4.15, it's expensive to buy initially, but because of its pay to win aspect, double pay to win aspect, I do definitely think it's going to have a high demand. The only thing is as well though, if this becomes the new norm and we have more windowed garage doors, then of course, like for example, if we have a windowed garage door next week, then this isn't going to be worth as much and it's going to, not perform very well. So in that sense, it's going to be a little bit risky, as we don't know whether Face Punch are only really accepting this one because it's that German guys, or if this is going to become the new norm as well, and we're going to have several of these coming out in the future. So it is something to keep in mind, but at the moment it is also the only one with the double pay to win aspect for it. So it is a unique garage door that a lot of people are going to want currently. $4.15 is an expensive price point to be buying. And if you don't have a very large wallet, I'm not going to recommend investing in it. But if you do have money to spend, and if you can risk potentially losing profits, I will recommend investing in the Bombshell garage door, as I do think it will make you money, but I also do think it will definitely have a high quantity on the community market. So if you have a smaller wallet, I'd recommend trying to pick this one up off of the community market with a buy order for a little bit cheaper, so that you can in the future sell it when it is more valuable. And if you have a higher amount of money, then of course just pick it up off the rest of them store and sell it when it makes you some easy money. But overall, I do think the Bombshell garage door will be a long-term investment, so keep that in mind as well. Overall though, I will recommend investing in the Bombshell garage door off of the rest of them store, but only if you have enough money to do so. Right, moving over to the Graffiti electrical storage box, going for $2.45. I'm just going to say this real quick just to get this out of the way. Honestly, the Graffiti storage set, I do think that this is pretty much it. This is done. This is the 16th box to be added to the game. The last week's was charcoal, coal. I didn't make last week's video because it was my birthday. First video I've missed in quite a long time. And then this week we have the electrical. So charcoal and electrical, definitely two more niche boxes that you're not going to use in every single base. So keep this in mind as well. The demand for these two skins aren't going to be as high as something like components or guns, for example. So I don't think that these Graffiti electrical storage is going to be a crazy investment, but I also don't think it's going to sell that crazy on the rest of them store either. So I think it's pretty unlikely that it's going to get oversaturated. I think it's probably going to be selling for around about $4.30 week one when it leaves the rest of them store. So I will recommend investing in the electrical graffiti storage box. And I do think it can make you money, but I do think that this is pretty much where the Graffiti storage set is coming to an end, and pretty much around the time when you want to start selling them, if you're not going to sell them later during like Christmas, like January, etc. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Graffiti electrical storage, as I do think the Graffiti storage whole set has been a very safe investment and has been an easy moneymaker. But overall, I do think that this is pretty much where it's ending, just to be very clear. All right, quick reminder, make sure you guys go and vote on my OMIGHTY metal face mask. Thanks to Solanosta for making it as a sexy mask, and it has been in the works for a couple of weeks. But that's going to do it, and we'll move over to the card. All right, so this is my card for this week. I'm not getting one of everything. I'm only getting 3 of the Bombshell garage doors, 1 of the electrical storage, 1 of the colorful revolvers, and 1 of the JPEG MP5 skins. Going to cost me $22.80. Clearly not really investing this week, not really even picking up play skins, but that's, as I said, going to cost me $22.80. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why?